everybody.
We're back. Episode 2. I know you've just been on the edge of your seat. We're so excited about what we're going to do. I was excited that we had set up that space at the house to do videos, but today we're on the road. So we are going to my family reunion in Brinkley, Arkansas.
So much fun.
Leave a comment if you've heard about Brinkley, Arkansas. Some of you ladies may have bought your wedding dress in Lowe's in Brinkley, Arkansas, so you might know where Brinkley is. Anyway, that's where we're going for the family reunion, and we were just going to kind of talk today about family and food, because we don't get together at all as a family without thinking about what we're going to eat.
Quite the spread.
Yes. Now, I do have a little anxiety about going to the family reunion because there sometimes are some kind of crazy things to eat at the family reunion. I'm going to be honest, normally I just eat what I bring because I don't trust. I don't trust what people put in their food. I also have seen plenty of videos where people have like cats walking on the counter or dirty hands, or I don't want to sound like a snob, but it's just not my thing. So anyway, I will say this family, when we go to see my mom's family, they are rural Arkansas, and sometimes it is not unusual at all to have deer, alligator, all kinds of things.
I like alligator.
You like alligator?
Alligator's good.
Okay.
Tastes like chicken.
Get some chicken. It's not unusual to have those kinds of things on the table. Now, there are some delicious things that people bring, of course, but that's just one of the things that I don't look forward to, so I have to be very careful. I sniff things before I put them on my plate. Anyway, we normally do the last Saturday of July, because that was my great-grandmother's birthday. For years and years and years, it was outside, and it was 500 degrees, and, you know, we just did it. Brought our lawn chairs and sat outside the mosquitoes and all the things. But now we have it indoors. Not as many people come, but it is good. It's always a good time to see everybody. So tell me about your family reunions growing up.
Not weird stuff as far as alligator and stuff like that, but a memory that sticks out was my grandfather's brother did a whole hog one time, buried it in the ground and let it cook. Started like on a Friday afternoon, and they pulled it out and then pulled all the parts, and so I mean it was basically pulled pork, but I'd never seen it cooked that way before or seen anything like that. So it's kind of weird when you pull a pig out of the ground and it's staring at you. So that was weird. But yeah, my family did a reunion in the summertime. It was it was not unusual actually to see my grandfather and several of his brothers or brothers-in-law or whatever the case might be gathered around a table playing dominoes under an oak tree. So we did our stuff outside as well. And this was in Lower Alabama, or LA as my grandfather would call it, down around Opp. Now if you talk about Brinkley, a lot of people have heard of Brinkley. Not many people have heard of Opp, O-P-P, Alabama. But you know me. But you have to drive through it sometimes on Highway 331 coming out of Montgomery if you're going to the beach. So
there's a flashing yellow light.
There is, and that I think that was recent. So yeah, I mean, my family reunions, people brought their favorite foods. I stick to the standards of tater salad, and I did do peas and butter beans and that sort of stuff. Fresh ears of corn straight out of the garden, as my grandfather would call it. Never mind the fact it was like 300 acres, but he called it a garden. So yeah, I just same as yours. Family reunions were outside and late in the summer. So
I'm just wondering if any of you could tell us what is one of the strangest things that somebody brought to eat at your family reunion, or what are some of your traditions or whatever for your family reunion.
Just comment down below.
Yeah, down below. I'd also like to know what you take to your family reunion to eat. I know sometimes people are asked to bring the paper plates, and
because they can't cook. That's a nice way of getting them involved, knowing that they can't cook.
Or drinks.
Bring the ice.
Or are you one that, actually takes food? I know when the kids were little, we had to be very specific about what we took. It was very kid friendly. Like we even took pizza rolls, I think, one year because we knew the kids would eat those. But I don't know. And so family reunions, we get together, and I have to be honest, I talk to about 5 people there, and they're the people that I talk to all the time because I see them more often. There's a lot of people I don't know. I know their faces, I know their names really, but we just hardly ever see them. And so I kind of feel bad about that. I need to be better about, moving around the room and talking to other people and at least engaging in conversations and things like that. I think you're better about that than I am.
Well, I married into your family, so when I show up to those things, there's a lot of people I don't know, so I have an excuse, and I like to get to meet people a lot of times. But now, when I was growing up, I loved the reunions because it was the cousins that I didn't get to see, and there was a lot of us, so we would play football, baseball, chase, tag, whatever. So it's meeting the people as well that you don't get to see, but maybe once a year or so.
Yeah. So other times family gets together and we talk about food. We are pretty regimented, I guess, with our things that we do when our family gets together, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter. We kind of have our set list of recipes and things like that.
Right.
What we make. It's really awesome that we have family recipes that we have used for years and years. When Casey and I got married, we were able to bring some of his family recipes in, and
I actually saved the holidays, not directly, but I did. Me marrying into the family.
It should be made into a movie. I'm serious, it really should.
Totally. The Dressing Chronicles.
The Dressing Chronicles, I like it. The Dressing Diary.
I just made that up.
Dressing Diary.
Sounds good. Yeah.
2 Ds. So my grandmother passed away. Nobody could make dressing. We tried 100 recipes, and some of them were close, and some of them were not even close. And right before we got married, actually, I went down for Thanksgiving after we had gotten engaged, and had his grandmother's dressing, and it was so similar to my grandmother's, and
so good.
It is so good. And so I brought that recipe back. I still have the card in her handwriting, which is precious to me. I did make a couple of adjustments to it because I don't think she wrote everything down that she actually does anyway, because that's what grandmas do.
Yeah, but if you're not making adjustments on the fly, you're not really cooking, right?
It's true. It's very true. Anyway, well, everybody loved it, and so now it's what we make every time. We always have Thanksgiving. We always have dressing at Thanksgiving and Christmas. We also eat dressing at Easter because we have discovered that dressing is so good with ham at Easter as well, and so that's something we do.
Yeah.
What are some of your have-to-haves when we get together for Thanksgiving or Christmas or?
What are mine?
Yeah.
Easily your dressing. Which, fun little bit of trivia for those of you out there, especially my family. As good as my grandmother's dressing was, and her modifications on it are now, I actually would not eat the dressing until after I got out of the military. So it's one of those things where, as a kid, I thought I wasn't supposed to like it, so I didn't eat it. I never even tried it, and it wasn't until I got out of the military that I actually tried it. And now it's half my plate is dressing, and then the other half is everything else. But a must-have, cheese grits, which never had until I married into your family. Green bean casserole with the water chestnuts and all that, and the onion stuff. That's a must-have for at least one of the holidays. Your dressing. I'm trying to think. That's about it right off the top of my head. What about you?
All right. Well, we have to have potatoes of some kind, of course. So, like Thanksgiving is usually sweet potatoes, but we usually make sweet potatoes as well as a hash brown casserole or mashed potatoes.
That's what I forgot.
Because we always do that.
Yeah.
And if you talk to the kids, we have to have rolls. That's important.
Yeah.
Cameron will eat a plate of dressing and a roll. Sometimes he'll put a little turkey on there, but not even that. He doesn't like to do that. We try to put something green on the table, but most of our recipes are straight up butter and cheese. And then you throw whatever else in
Two of the
there with
best
it.
food groups that exist: butter and cheese. I guess
So it just
all's
is what
under
it
the
is.
dairy family, but you get it.
It's true. In dessert, well, not necessarily dessert, but in the South, we have to have our Jell-O salad of some kind. We have to have congealed salad. Ours that we usually do is pumpkin strawberry salad, strawberry pretzel
Yep.
salad. We do a pistachio every once in a while, but things like that. But it's just always good, but we're kind of set in our ways with that. Sometimes somebody will bring something new or whatever, but we have to have our staples. And when our family, just the 6 of us, get together, I would say a lot of times it's like poppy seed chicken.
Yeah, but I would say
chicken and dumplings.
I would say our favorite meal, doesn't matter when it is, what time of the day it is, but our family really likes to do breakfast meals.
We do. Yeah.
When the kids were little, for whatever reason, we had done a lot of different types of dinners, and the kids wanted pancakes or waffles, I can't remember which one, and we were like, why not? What rule says we can't have breakfast for supper?
Yep.
So we started doing that, and we still do that to this day. So,
Well, honestly, who wants to cook breakfast in the morning? It's way too much work. So it's much better at
for
night.
that early. Oh,
Can't
absolutely.
even enjoy it in the morning.
But there's no wrong time to eat bacon.
No.
So there's that.
No.
And then we, Emily got a Mickey Mouse shaped head waffle maker, and so we'll have Mickey waffles and bacon and scrambled eggs and all. I'm hungry.
And everything tastes better when it's shaped like Mickey.
There
Just
it is.
saying. Yeah.
That's right.
Now, we agree a lot on food. Now, I will say this about Casey. He will literally eat anything. Anything.
Kind of
I
like
will
Mikey.
make it, yeah. I will make it, and it's not good. It's just like, usually I get like into a recipe and I'm missing 4 ingredients and try to put something else in there to make it. And it's okay, it works.
Which used to make me nervous when we first got married. I was really, really worried because, fellas, you don't want to lie to your wife when you first get married, but you also don't want to have a repeat of something bad. And so,
It's so good.
so
I'll make it every night.
I got really nervous. I mean, I knew my wife could cook, but I got in the very first couple of years of our marriage, I was so afraid she would make some sort of modification that I would be like, if I can borrow the line from Ross on Friends, be like, it tastes like feet. And so, but that's never happened. That's never. She will be like, you're sweet. You don't have to finish that because it's nasty. And I'm like, honestly, she's never made a single thing in our 28 years of being together, 27 years of marriage. She's never made a thing that I wouldn't eat it again. It's been very, very good stuff. So
He wouldn't eat the leftovers, but he did eat it the first time.
Sometimes I'll eat leftovers.
Anyway, he's really good about that. So he's not too picky about things. I do think there is one thing that we just really disagree with about food. And unfortunately, if I'm the one making it, it's usually how I like it, if that's what I do. But it's cornbread. I like salty cornbread, and he likes
sweet
cornbread.
Yeah, I was raised on sweet cornbread. That's a West Virginia thing. So for those of y'all, and most of y'all won't know this, I was actually born in West Virginia and raised there for 3 years. That's where my dad's side of the family is from the Charleston Nitro area, and Lewisburg was where my grandparents, I think, first lived and then moved around a little bit. But anyways, yeah, it's a kind of a West Virginia, or at least I say West Virginia. It's a Nelson thing for sure on my side of the family for the cornbread to be sweet. And then you put some brown beans on top of it with some what they call wilted lettuce that's chef's kiss. But yeah, I like my cornbread sweet with lots of salty butter though.
So if you use like a Jiffy cornbread mix, it's a sweet cornbread. If you're wondering, like I don't even know what sweet cornbread is, but if you use the Jiffy mix, it's sweet. There are other mixes out there that don't have any sugar in them, and so I prefer it to be straight up salty. But that's one thing. Well, he eats it anyway because I make it and he eats it. Someday, maybe if I loved you enough, I'd make you some sweet cornbread.
You've made
so
sweet
mean.
cornbread for me, but it has to be intentional for sure. It's not your go-to.
Yeah, and I don't really know how we got off on cornbread because we were talking about us when the 6 of us get together, and really we're more snackers anyway. So when the kids are home, it's not unusual to have 4 or 5 dips with chips and just kind of walk by, graze, eat what you want, and all the things.
Yep.
But yeah, we're just wondering what you guys do. What are your food traditions or your food must-haves and don't-haves, and we'll never eat again, or whatever.
And I'll say this. Here we go. A challenge for you. Send us your recipe that you want me to try, for Emily to make and for me to try. Send your favorite recipe, and we'll, on a future episode, we'll make it and I'll try it, and then I'll tell you what I think about it.
So
you may be able to just
eat it.
read my face and go, yeah, no, or I'll be doing the Coach Nelson happy dance. All right.
So maybe we should qualify that with your favorite recipes and not just pick a random recipe.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, it's got to be one of your recipes. But I will tell you also, this is a disclaimer. If it's got liver in it, I ain't touching it. All right? It don't matter what you do. It don't matter what kind of animal the liver came from. I ain't touching it. So you can go ahead and keep those out of the comments. But yeah, send us your favorite recipe and we'll try it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for today.
We're done already?
Food, I know.
Oh, I love hanging out with the people.
Me too. The people. All the people.
Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Appreciate you guys joining us today, and we'll see you next week for episode 3.